Good day, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Prairie Banana here. I hope you guys are doing good. If you just landed on this video and you're like, what did I just click on? We're going to be talking about the Gray's currencies, pTGC and UFO, which are cryptocurrency on the PulseChain network, and that are very exciting. Yeah, I have a lot of enthusiasm about them, and it's genuine. Why? Because I want everyone to know about these assets, because everyone like needs to have exposure to them. Because I mean, it's not just because I'm holding these assets and I want everybody to come in. I mean, I genuinely am very optimistic about the future of the Gray's currencies, and I want you to perhaps change your family's financial trajectory by getting exposure to these, by buying these assets. Yeah, by buying them. Okay, a few minutes late. Had some trouble with my computer. It's good to see you too, 2Gs. I appreciate you. I'm going to put the comments on the stage. We're going to do this in 3 parts, ladies and gentlemen. So if you landed on this, then you're apparently probably interested in crypto assets, and crypto assets, cryptocurrencies, however you want to put them. And my intention with this stream is to do it in 4 different parts. We're going to talk about what pTGC and UFO are. We're going to talk about how you can interact with the smart contract and leverage them for passive income gains. Then we're going to take a commercial break, and then the last part is we're going to talk about what they could perhaps do in the future, like X's, percentages, and that sort of thing. Once we've already seen quite a bit of success in these things. John May, it's good to see you made it. Yes, I made it. Yes, John made it. Good to see you, man. Who else? You're still kicking somehow. Good. Holland, the Holland. Did you just change your name? The Holland now? But I downloaded, subscribe. Dude, put your, shill your YouTube in the comments, please. Holland, if you got a channel and you talk about pTGC like Crypto 7, you jump in, put your channel in here. Holland, and there's another gentleman, Mischief Crypto. If you subscribe to everybody that talks about pTGC and then promote them. Listen to the videos and stuff. So we're going to 4 parts, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to do it just like we did the previous Sunday. We're going to kind of wing it. We'll get through it. I did not stream last Sunday, and I've got, there's that QR code up there. I might leave that for a while and then make it go away because it's very obtrusive and large. Okay, cool. You're welcome, man. Yeah, I downloaded your latest stream. I don't know if I just said that. It's like 4 hours long, and I'm curious, like, how did you go talking for 4 hours about pTGC? There you go, guys. Follow Holland, the Holland, ONG. He's good people. Well, let's talk about what these are. What are pTGC and UFO? Well, they're 2 completely decentralized crypto assets on PulseChain. Same founder, probably the same developers too. But the founder, we'll go into that later. There are 2 assets on PulseChain that pay you passive revenue just for holding them, and we'll get into a lot of that. But their pTGC is Pulse, the Gray's currencies, and that's where you get the aliens, okay, that come to Earth to change the financial landscape. Because would you admit that we kind of need a renovation, big time? And then the UFO, which I don't have an image of. I should have a UFO nearby. Well, here's one on my book cover right there. See the UFO? That's UFO. That's really not the logo, but nevertheless, UFO, which we refer to as the ultimate financial opportunity. Yeah, don't underestimate the UFO. We're going to talk about both of them. They're both they comprise the Gray's community. Same founder, and I have exposure to both of them. Many people here do, and I'm recommending exposure to both of them. But if you don't get exposure to one or the other, I'll explain why you technically don't really need to. Super Snake, it's good to see you, man. Afternoon, friends. Great day to be DCAing into pTGC and UFO. And we are all, as holders, technically DCAing, but I do get what you're talking about. Yeah, man. We just closed out the first month of rewards system yesterday, not even 24 hours ago. That went really well. We sold over, if I can put it this way, I don't like to be a sales guy, but it's kind of in my genes. Okay. Our community bought, because it wasn't just referring, but sometimes people were self-referring, 1.3 billion pTGC, which is like, is that maybe about 3 or 4 shark positions, maybe 5, close to 5. Yeah. So, and yeah, go to pTGC-UFO. I haven't even been there. I just got back from a trip and I haven't had a chance to go visit it on my desktop right here, but we'll do that in part 4, which is what can these things do. The Capital Simulator, UFO look like a good place side by side. Man, I can't wait to go look at it. 2Gs. Don't read my last message up there, Banana. Okay. All right. So what are they? Why is Banana Man, if I could call myself that, so excited about these 2 crypto assets? Because they are technology that have never been done before on any blockchain, and they kind of technically cannot ever be done on any blockchain like they were on PulseChain. They were launched at the bottom of PulseChain, bought and paired with assets that we bought at yard sale prices at the bottom of PulseChain. So when PulseChain goes, pTGC and UFO are going to go more. 1 second, guys. Hold on. So, but this is the thing. This is why I'm so excited about them, is that, yeah, we bought and bonded with RH asset at the bottom of PulseChain. What does that mean? Well, both of these assets are thick liquidity webs. pTGC, for example, and UFO, same thing, pretty much. Bonded with Hex, PulseX Inc., and others. And those are the most promising assets on the entire network. I mean, that's what the network was built for, was those 4 or 5 assets. How many is it? Somebody tell me in the comments. The main RH tickers, and we're bonded with them, and scooped, and they were cheap during the bear market. They still are cheap. We're just not buying them up like we were, because we already got massive liquidity web. So they're index tokens. Both of these assets are index tokens. And the genius behind holding and owning the index is that by holding one, you have exposure to several. And in the case of pTGC, it's more like many. And you can see that in our, we'll see that in the last, actually, we'll probably see it in part 2. I'm doing all this in my head. So you can effectively hold pTGC or UFO, for example, and not even hold those other precious, sought after, coveted tokens. You don't need to, because, for example, we were talking about this in the chat day before yesterday. What happened on August 26, 2024? pTGC finally worked its way up against PulseChain and achieved 1-to-1 ratio. Meaning it used to cost a lot fewer UFO. I mean, Pulse to buy pTGC, and it suddenly started costing more. So, and now we're not just at a 1-to-1 ratio, we're at 11-to-1. So it costs 11 Pulse to buy 1 pTGC. It's 11-to-1. So what does that mean? That means that on August 26th, 2024, if you had flipped, rotated, sold your Pulse into pTGC, you'd be up 11x today at the bottom of PulseChain, and nothing has effectively happened since that date. The chain has been moving down. pTGC has been moving up. And that's incredible, ladies and gentlemen. Everything on the chain is wrecked right now, but pTGC and UFO are crushing it in this downtrending market. And one of the ways that we're doing that is our community. 17,000 plus wallets and growing, and a rewards system that is paying our holders for telling other people about this crypto that's changing our lives. Has it changed our lives? For many of us, it has. And for others, it has changing our lives future, believing in it by faith. Okay. That's how it is. So they're an index token. I've got visuals I'm going to be showing you guys. And I'm going to take a look and see how many people are. 9 people on YouTube, 38 on X. Okay, let's go. There'll be people watching the rerun. Right. Let's talk about some aspects of these tokens. Deflationary, both of them. And I'm going to break up the fee because you may have heard that they're fee-based tokens. They are, but don't give too much pushback on the fees until you understand what they're for. So they're both deflationary. In other words, they burn themselves. pTGC of all the fixed supply that it started at is down to 13% less, a little over 13% less of the supply in the 2.5 years since its existence. UFO has burned, I don't know what percent of the supply it has burned, but then UFO also burns pTGC. So pTGC is getting a little bit of an amplified boost in its burning process from UFO. And we'll talk about the fees and the burning and all of that. But when you have a deflationary asset, in other words, the quantity of tokens is constantly being reduced. What that does is it increases the value of the remaining tokens. Like if you want to look at the monetary fiat system, it's always inflating, right? So what does that mean? Everything you buy becomes more expensive. But in cryptocurrency, we can actually deflate token supplies, which we have done with, and I'm not a founder, which we have done with pTGC and UFO. We made them deflationary so that they burn themselves, so that over time, the assets will naturally, as long as there's demand, have to go up in value, have to increase in value. Yeah. Congratulations to all the onboarders and the onboardees. Because I'm going to tell you what, Walter, more exciting to me than making a little bit of kickback for bringing people into the greatest currencies or seeing the price go green is, and I think you'll agree with this, is the prospect of people changing their lives. It's pretty cool. Hey, Crypto 7, he's good. Thank you, man. Had a good trip. Yeah. And he's been on board, and Crypto 7 been shilling Crypto Link, your referral link a lot. So kudos, man. Good job. Keep up the good work. Keep it up. We'll see what March holds out for everybody, right? We'll see what, because we started fresh, completely blank slate going into March, and we'll see who the leaders are. Because there were some people, I'm going to tell you what, there were some people, I'm not going to use their names, that they were waiting for the reward system, and they had people in their back pocket that they were going to tell about pTGC until the reward system for whatever reason. So March will be a different snapshot of what we have coming. But some of these guys, man, they got connections. Yeah, thanks, Walter. Yeah. So deflationary supply, burned liquidity. Okay, when you're looking at crypto assets, the liquidity can be in, like, I think 3 different states. It can be liquid, which could be really reckless. You buy into an asset with liquidity, boy, even if you're tied to the hip to the founder or the developer, that sounds risky because liquidity can be pulled. Locked liquidity, is different, locked up by a smart contract for a certain period of time. Well, you better have that period of time on your calendar. This is just another level of stress because you got to keep track of that date. Burnt liquidity is the best. What is that? What is burnt liquidity? The PLP token. So you pair, like, for example, you have a liquidity pool, you have pTGC and WPLS, for example. You pair them in PulseX. On the PulseX site, they get paired, and our smart contract does it automatically with every buy, sell, and transfer. But then you in return for pairing those two assets, you get a PLP token. It's called a PLP token. And what you can do is you can send that PLP token to a burn address where it can never, ever be recovered. I mean, never, ever, ever, ever be recovered. Nobody can recover it. I was about to say God can't even recover it, but he could find a way. But you can't get to him. You can't get to those tokens. What does that mean? That means that that liquidity can never be pulled. It will always be, and we can work into those pools. We can work through those pools, right? Even though the liquidity is burned. That is the best way to do it. And the Grays have done it. Sometimes our DAO, because we have pTGC has its own decentralized autonomous organization, and the DAO will decide, hey, this is as an experiment. We're not going to burn these. We've done that in the past and done very well at it. But for our main LPs, for tokens we're 100% rock solid on, the core assets, burning them 100%. Burning the pTGC and burning the Hex, PulseX, Inc., all those core tickers, sending them all. We burned a lot of RH tokens. Now, UFO is not that way. UFO liquidity is user provided. It's you and me putting up our core assets in LP with UFO, and we're not burning those tokens. I ain't burning my tokens, man. No way. Not my UFO PLP tokens. No, sir. Well, let's see what we got here. I had a little kerfuffle on my computer, so bear with me. When I was getting on, and I had to restart my Chrome, so I'm a little jumbled up. But we will. I can't believe our ratio today with WPLS. We're hitting it out of the park, guys. We're at 11. At 11. We haven't been there since. Well, we'll have a look. We will have a look. I want to talk about some more aspects of pTGC and UFO. Their founder, public, reachable. You can have a conversation with him. Okay, you can talk to him 6 times a week or more. He's in the Telegram chat all the time, guys. And he's a dear person, a dear. One of the top founders in crypto, by my estimation. So Telegram, you can reach him in Telegram. He does a voice chat every Tuesday and Thursday. If you want the schedule, let me know. I don't have it right in front of me. And he's on Spaces. Like he and I and other community members are on X Spaces twice a week, Monday evening. So tomorrow evening in the United States, 5:30 p.m. Pacific, and then 7 a.m. Pacific on Saturday morning. We're on Spaces. You can jump in and talk to the founder. I suggest that you do. If you're one of those people that I had a chance to talk to him one time. I think you should do that. Just come up with a question. Don't feel like you need to have a perfectly formulated question. Just come and ask a question. You're not going to be shamed. No, not. And then what's the other opportunity? I guess that's it. You just updated your avatar. Okay. Interesting, dude. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You got the pTGC and UFO. Can you have the DAO send some pTGC to me? Can't do that. I mean, we could, but nobody would vote for all that. So what else? Flawless code. Operating for over 2.5 years. Some people are like, has it been audited? And I'm like that too. Like, dude, has this stinking thing been audited? Yes. However, you know what the best audit is? Thank you, Mando, for giving me this idea. Flawless code for two plus years. Yeah, man, that's your best audit right there. The community audit at 17,000 wallets with nobody having any issues. There's your audit. We got that thick LP. Not only do we got LP with the RH tickers, it's thick, like deep liquidity pools. What does that mean? That means that the like larger players can come in and get exposure to pTGC without paying lots of slippage. So it becomes more attractive to larger players. And they'll be coming, and they have been coming. So there's that. And here's one key thing. Now, this is alien tech, guys. You've effectively, and we'll talk about the fees. And hopefully I remember to break it down for you when we talk about the fees. But you really, in pTGC, and this is only applies to pTGC, you've got more economic value coming into the system than can be extracted from the system. So probably a good time to talk about the fees. The fee on pTGC, and this is not an alien tech for UFO. That's just my term for alien tech. UFO doesn't have this. It has its own alien techs. One alien tech. But for pTGC, you have a fee, 5% on every buy, sell, and transfer. So make sure if you buy it from a wallet that you want to keep it on, or just know that you're going to pay 5% to transfer it. Where does that fee go? I assume everybody can hear me just loud and clear. Peachy, make sure. Ooh, I got to check my mic. Okay, good. Because sometimes I use the mic on, I'm using the mic on the webcam, and that's not cool. And it catches me off guard. That's really not cool. 5% fee. 1% goes to holders. That's you and me. Everybody that has pTGC in their wallet is earning more pTGC every single day. 1% goes to holders. 1% goes to stakers. You have the option to stake your pTGC. It's very simple on the dApp. A couple things you got to be aware of before you just go willy-nilly do it. But you can stake your pTGC and earn 1%. 2%, the biggest percentage group, goes to the DAO. 2% goes to the DAO. And the DAO is always going to do something, as a decentralized autonomous organization, always going to do something beneficial for the ecosystem with that monetary value. It's going to burn tokens, or it's going to add LPs with, WPLS pair. Maybe he's going to bolster that up, or the hex pair, or, speculate on some promising asset that just popped up, whatever, you name it. The DAO is going to decide what happens with that 2%. And DAO, by the way, is comprised of the top 100 stakers, which you can see on PulseTGC.com. Connect your wallet, click on Make Proposal, and you can see the top 100 stakers. 1%, 2%, 0.5% burns tokens. So you got 2 and 4. Yeah, 1, that's 2, and then 4. Yeah, and this would be the 0.5 plus 0.5 is the last one. This one is where you add the contract with every buy, sell, and transfer. It's buying pTGC, pairing it with PLS, taking those PLP tokens and sending them to the dead address. And then the last percent is burning tokens. So effectively, 1% of every the buy, sell, and transfer is burning tokens. So as you can imagine, we're, burning a lot of tokens pretty aggressively. So if you paid attention, you notice that you've got, we'll do it this way. You got 2% that can be extracted by our holders, the holders and stakers, right? That's 2% that can be extracted of the 5%. 3% is coming into the system, and it effectively does not leave. Okay, it don't leave. The only way it would really leave is, well, there is a new way, and that's with the rewards system. But from what I've seen, and we're going to get the skinny on this at the end of, now that we closed out a month, we're going to find out how much of a hit the DAO took in paying rewards to our holders versus ingesting that monetary value for the DAO to use for um, LP ads and buy and burns and that sort of thing. So you've got 2%, two out of the 5 that can be extracted, and 3% that stays in effectively. And what that means is you have a forever up ecosystem because you got more coming in over time that can than is going out. So alien tech, UFO doesn't have it, but it has something else, and we'll get into that. 17,000 wallets and rising. And from what I understand, SHIB, one of the greatest crypto runs in history, started running hard when it reached 20,000 wallets. It's my personal goal to get there ASAP. I want 20,000 wallets, and everybody, all of us can help. All of us can help make this happen. 20,000 wallets by the time PulseChain is 2x a SAC price. Oh, and I want 20 to 1. We're already at 11 to 1. We're at like 6 to 1 just last week. Well, the week before last. So we are well on our way. And the founder wants to be 100 to 1. Yeah. I call that a 10x goal, a stretch goal. Let's do it. Is Alien still part of the boosted coin set? Jeremy Scott, no. Alien was never part of the Grays currencies ecosystem. It was kind of posited that way, but it really isn't, because different founder, different same kind of principle, same principles, but Alien is no, it's not from the founder. So far in March, I have onboarded the most people, but the amounts are small so far. Okay. All right, cool. I haven't even looked. I literally haven't even looked. I love it way more than my hex. Yeah, that's been I've heard that a lot. You're welcome. You're welcome. Some old information still out there. Yeah. It's still floating around. It's okay. What else? Okay, and I want you guys to understand this, especially if you're new. Like, from my perspective, prices are low right now. And volume was decent. Yesterday it was 125,000, which I'm going to be honest, it's decent, not great. Not where we're going, not compared to where we're going. I have seen the volume on pTGC at $2 million, but that was only for one day. I think we're going to have $1 million days, day after day after day after day. So how that works, the more volume you have on a network, the more transactions there are, that the AMM bots, we need to get into that, that the AMM bots are busy equalizing the pairs. And that means that we get rewarded more. But I want you to understand that, like, high volume is great, something to be excited about in the Grays ecosystem. It means more. You're getting more rewards. Like, say, for example, $100,000 in volume, you earn $1 in rewards in 24 hours. Okay. And then for $200,000 in volume, you would earn $2 in rewards. Well, at low prices where we are right now, you're going to get those rewards, that $1 of rewards, and more tokens. But as price goes up and the value of those tokens increases, for the same volume, you're going to get fewer tokens. I hope that makes sense. It took me a while to figure this out when I first came in. So high volume, higher rewards, high price, fewer, how do you put it? Your rewards are just compressed in more tokens, if that makes sense. But now keep this in mind too. Like, let's say we're at low prices and we got high volume with decent volume. That means we're making a lot more tokens. So what does that mean? When we do a 10, 50, or 100x from now, those tokens are going to be worth 10, 50, or 100x. So if there's ever a time to stack up rewards, it's when price is low and volume is high. So the caution there is to just stack them up, I guess. Just stack them up. Man, I was going to say something. just now. What was I going to say? It'll come back to me. If it's important enough, it'll come back. What do we got? I love that one because it gives me all the ecosystem tokens for holding it. I won't say anything about any cryptos except pTGC and UFO. Yeah. John, you're funny, dude. You're a funny dude. So we've got, let's see. Price go. Oh, that's what I was going to say. What we notice is that, and I gotta get my chart to prove it. I'm going to be working on those this week. As price goes up, let me get this right. As price goes up, volume has been going up. Yeah. I wouldn't say it's at like a 1-to-1, although I think I said that 2 weeks ago. I don't think that's correct. But what we have seen that as price goes up, volume follows suit. And that's very exciting because where's price going to land? Okay, then where's volume going to land? You know, and I am here to speculate on crypto, and I'm speculating on we're all here to speculate, right? I mean, it sounds, let me get rid of this media asset. I'm tired of looking at it. I mean, I like it to a certain extent. I should put this one up here. Let's see how that one is. Yeah, it's all right. Yeah, we'll leave it there. It's nice and small. How about this one? Oh, that's even smaller. We'll just use this one. Guys, bear with me. You're like, who is this guy? Who's this streamer that's... Yeah. Okay, what else? The AMM bots. I got 3 more things. 4, including the AMM bots, about, what these assets are. We already talked about the fees, and then we're going to get into the DApp. We're going to show you how you can make money with them by your staking and LPing and all that stuff. I'm going to grab a chair. So when I first came in, being a fan of Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and being familiar with and striving my whole life to find something that would pay me passive income, while I'm sleeping or working or whatever I'm doing, fishing. When I realized that I could hold pTGC and it pays me in more pTGC, but even more so that it's the AMM bots that are making sure that happens, I was like, man, you don't get no better. You don't get any better than that. Here's how it works, guys. The AMM bots are the automated market maker bots, which are on PulseChain, which you have to have them. You have to have these automated market maker bots. And what they do is they balance out all the pairs. And we've got a thick liquidity web, right? Of, pTGC is like probably a couple few dozen pairings of pTGC with all these different assets. And when somebody buys pTGC, or even if they buy the paired asset, it makes that one pair go out of alignment. And then the AMM bots, their job is to go in and fix the prices and all those other pairs to make them match. And they have to do that day in and day out. And when they do that, they are mandated to pay the 5% fee, which rewards you and I, goes to the DAO and does all those things. They pay the 5% fee, and they don't have any overhead. You don't got to pay these bots. As long as there is a wide enough spread that where they can make just a fuzz of profit off that 5% above the 5%, they're going to make the transaction. And we estimate, and I'm telling you, man, I think sometimes our volume is like 90% bots. It's really difficult to pin down how much is bots. I've heard the estimate like 50 to 80%. I think some of the times it's stinking a lot more. And that means that we really, really don't even need users in this ecosystem, because it could be on complete autopilot. Everybody that holds, we could not onboard anybody else, and pTGC holders would be rewarded forever and ever as long as PulseChain exists. because of the AMM bots. That's heavy stuff, guys. I don't know if you understand that, but so if you can stack up your rewards tokens and not flip out of them until they have appreciated, then you have discovered a passive income generating machine in pTGC that has the potential to set you free, especially when you see some of the X's that we're going to talk about at the end in part 4. Here's something, guys. Watch this. Okay, we talked about it being deflationary. So let's say you have 1 million tokens. Let's say that the supply is 10 million. Now you're earning rewards on 1 million tokens, right? And then, but your rewards is based on the 10 million, if that makes sense. It doesn't make any sense. I'm not the best at explaining a lot of things. But the supply is 10 million. You hold 1 million. This is just an example. Well, over time, that 10 million is being reduced to 9 million. So there's 9 million plus your 1 million receiving reflection tokens. But it's no longer 10 million, it's 9 million. So the 10 million, I'm butchering this all up. So that missing 1 million, the reflections are going to the rest of the 9 million plus your 1 million. What I'm trying to say is that as the circulating supply decreases, your rewards will increase. So if you achieve, like, for example, you get yourself a dolphin position, 33 million tokens, 29 million tokens, however you want to look at it. You get yourself 29 million tokens and you hold on to those tokens with diamond hands over time. Yeah, like little time, every single day, you are going to be earning more rewards every single day, day after day after day after day. And I'm not talking about just because you're earning rewards on them and you're keeping it in compounding. No, you can even sell all of your rewards and you're still going to be earning more rewards as time goes on. That's why I'm very happy with my bags. Yeah, I want more. Yeah, I do. But I'm content because I know that as a 50 pluser, I can hold my bag through thick and thin and through time, work my way up the food chain, if you will, earning more tokens. So you're going to earn more. You can sell. That's the key. That's the key phrase. You can sell and still grow. You can sell your rewards, your staking rewards, your reflection rewards, your lock-in rewards, and you can still grow. Grow in what? Grow in relation to the circulating supply. You can earn now 4 different ways. So you can hold, stake, lock, and now you can reward. You can earn rewards by referring other people to pTGC. And if you're watching this, grab my referral link. It's in the video description. You can find it on my website. But UFO is a little bit different. That's a LP protocol. With UFO, you earn reflections, but you can't stake it. You can't lock it. With UFO, you can just hold it or LP it. You can LP it with any of the RH tickers, and you got to do it from the DApp. Got to do it from the DApp. All right, that's it for the for part 1. Now let's go talk about what you can do with these tokens. Everybody with me? You with me, man? Guys? So when you going to let everyone know that you're a gray wearing a banana mask? Funny. When the bots are buying at 0.01 and higher, I'll be thanking them every day. Yeah. Oh, we're going there, boys and girls. We're going there. What is it? 100x from here? We'll be at a penny. We have been within 13x. Less than 13x from a penny. We got to 0.0013 I'm scared to sell because when all the whales, sharks, and dolphins cash out, my bags will grow so much bigger. You got it, dude. Holland nailed it, guys. When they cash out, my bags will grow so much bigger. I don't even know if I've thought about that. That's a thinker, dude. I need to think about that. Everybody doing good? Okay, I'm gonna have a sip of water. While I'm pulling up this D app. Hold on, and if you guys can follow along, go to pTGC.com. pTGC.com. I should drop that in the chat. pTGC.com. It should be on a. No, I don't have it on a. There we go. There we go. pTGC.com. And here's that other one, guys. If you want to do the pTGC-UFO, that is an excellent site for I'm going to draw my referral link in there too. Just because I can. Where is my referral link? I've got all these on, what do you call them? Ah, there we go. Hotkeys. That's my referral link, guys. That one tiny URL, Prairie Banana. If you're just watching, you came in and you need to buy some pTGC, do it with my referral link. I would be very pleased. I'd be very thankful. And you can let me know too. And if you want to buy, if you buy $3,000 worth of pTGC, I'll give you my book for free. Can you do a run through of LPing UFO with Pulse to earn Pulse? Let's do it right now, SW. I'm going to do it right now. Usually, I'll be honest that pTGC gets all the love, but UFO needs to get some love. It's getting it today. Thank you for saying something. Now, what do you got to say? It's like this. Okay, good. Thanks for the explanation. Everyone has their exit price. Yep. Even if that's just a solid $1 million. Yep. It'll be torture for anyone who has $3 million or more to hodl it all in a bull run. Yeah. Well said. Go subscribe to Holland's channel. You're going to learn different stuff from all of us. All of us. Guys, let's go look at UFO. Run through of LP. Okay. I missed out on the first 8-10 days of UFO LP because I was like, how do you do it? It's so complicated, right? No. I found out it's so easy. So just relax, watch this. And there's a video on my YouTube about how to do it, but I'm going to show you live. You're getting it live, free, for free on YouTube. Okay. So wait a second. UFO. You can hold it to earn reflections and you can LP it. Okay. We're going to walk through the LP real quick. pTGC it needs to be talked about more because it has a lot more moving parts. UFO is very basic. Excuse me. But I'm going to tell you guys, do not underestimate UFO. Just because everybody, myself included, and the first thing you land on is pTGC, just because it gets all the love, do not underestimate UFO. And that's not just coming from me. That's coming from me and other men that have been here since before UFO even launched and have been watching it. Yeah. Okay, but let's back up just real quick. If you don't hold UFO and all you want to do is get your position in pTGC, that's fine too. I don't know what the ratio is going to do as these tokens appreciate. I do not know. But pTGC and UFO were thickly bonded together. Like both of them, their thickest pool is WPLS. The next is themselves. So by holding pTGC, you hold UFO and vice versa. Let's go. Let's go. All right. So we're going to go to pTGC.com, select UFO. Can you guys see me? Oh, you can't. You can't. How come you can't see my screen? Because I didn't pop up the screen. All right, I'm sharing my whole screen today. I was going to, just for a second, guys, I'm going to fix this on the fly. Bear with me. Oh, I hope I can do this. I want to get a bigger mouse, bigger cursor. If you would, guys, hold on. Because if I don't do it now, I'll have to remember later this week. Let's see. I'm on a Mac, so I'm in my system settings. Come on, let's do it. I know it's kind of one of those, mouse. Hold on. Tracking speed, secondary click, double click, advanced. Why do you got to go into advanced? Pointer, no. Yeah, I might have to do this later, guys. Yeah, I'll have to do it later. Sorry about that, guys. Trying to get a bigger mouse so you guys can see it better. I always feel a little better about that if I know you guys can see it better. But you guys can see my mouse. So click on farming. Go to farming. That's where you're going to go, SW, to pair your UFO. Now let's just go through UFO from beginning to end right now. You're going to connect your wallet. And there's a reward calculator right here that you can do. And you can put in the daily volume. You can monkey around with that. Have fun. I mean, seriously, have some fun. And then you're going to go down to the manage liquidity. And all these videos, guys, are on this site, how to do this. And they're also on my channel. Manage liquidity. What you're going to do is don't, I'm not that you need to listen to me, but because this is not financial advice, but I wouldn't pair UFO and pTGC because you're going to pay the fee for each of those tokens going into the LP and coming out. And this is another one, UFO and PLS. You're going to pay the UFO fee exiting that, that LP, but the other ones, the fee for UFO is waived. You're not going to pay the fee to enter these pools. So let's say you're going to LP some UFO and Hex from Ethereum. We'll just go here and click on add liquidity. And I do not have, give me a second, guys, another second. I'm going to connect a wallet here. Let me pull this off just in case. And I hope that was the one. Yes. Oh, funny. Oh. 1 second. I got to do it. Rabby's doing something a little bit funky, so I can't do what I wanted to do. Come on, baby. Sign, confirm. Okay, I got a wallet connected. Now I can show you guys. All right. So you want LP UFO and Hex. Select add liquidity. And you're going to have equal shares of each side, equal value. So if you were going to have 91,000 UFO, you're going to have 603.94 Hex. Select add liquidity, pay for it in your wallet, and that's it. You'll have your LP. But don't check out just yet. I want to show you something very, very important about the UFO LPs. Let me pull these comments off the stage. We're going to close this. Go up to, so that's where you make your LP in the farming section. And then I don't think it shows in here. Okay. But if you want to remove your liquidity, by the way, you just select the remove liquidity and you can remove however much you want. Now I want to draw your attention to the rewards section. Select rewards. And let's go find this one, this UFO Hex LP. And I made all of these some time ago, but this one has 37,953 UFO shares. See that? UFO shares. That is the superpower of UFO. The UFO shares is however much UFO you put into that LP. So I put 37,953.79 UFO into that LP. And that UFO share does not change. So what happens is in an LP pool, you have people buying and selling these different tokens in the pool. And over time, UFO will be reduced in that pool because UFO has been at least outperforming the Hex, PulseX Inc., and all of those other assets. So you end up with fewer UFO in the pool, which is sad because that's the one that you're banking on doing very well, right? Well, hear me out. Your UFO shares don't change. You put 37,000 UFO into that LP, then you're going to be assigned 37,000 UFO shares. Your UFO shares is what determines how much yield you get in PLS, right? Because it's what determines your share of that pool. And your UFO shares don't change. This is the first protocol to ever use such a system, such a genius system that locks you in to a certain rate of APY based on how much you put into the pool based on one asset of that pair. And it's alien tech. It's the superpower. There's two things that I got to remember: the alien tech and the superpower. So that's it. I hope that helped you, SW. I hope that did. And a little more on the UFO shares. The guys that are getting these UFO shares right now, many of us are like, over my dead body am I closing out these UFO LPs, because those UFO shares, I mean, come into spaces and have a conversation about it so we can all listen about the UFO shares and how valuable they will become over time. Yeah, UFO is not to be underrated, underestimated. Okay. So that is the UFO shares. It's an opportunity to pair your UFO tickers, your RH tickers with UFO. Let's get caught up here. But my bag will reap so many reward because I'm staking in a ladder for 7 to 10 years, just 1 million tokens a piece for now. Yo, you're welcome. At work right now. Who's this? But I will pull next time for your stream. By the way, kindly, I mean, no. Just paid the 5% yet again. Well, you don't have to, John May, you don't have to pay 5% anymore. Get yourself a referral link and buy with your referral link and save yourself 2%. Yeah, I said that publicly out loud. Anybody can make a referral link, okay? But if you're going to buy pTGC, use my referral link. How many people we got? 13 on YouTube, 100 on X. All right, let's get over it. Now, this is part 2. Yeah, so we're going to be talking about pTGC. Let's go to the DApp, and okay. You can hold. We're going to talk about everything about pTGC that you can do on the DApp. You can hold it, stake it, lock it, and then you can refer it and earn 2% of whatever your referees spend in pTGC. So let's go to the DApp. I'm the best banana for real. Everything you're doing for us and all the community. Much love. Yeah, you're welcome, man. You're welcome. Hey, man. Instead of pointing my finger, you know the old saying, you point your finger and you got 3 pointing back at you. That's how I feel about life. Everything depends on me. If I'm going to make gains in crypto, I guess I better get to work. So that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. What is the pTGC all-time high? That would be 0.0013. 0.0013. We were less than 10x from a penny. Yeah. 10x from a penny. And its all-time high in Pulse was 22. Those are, add a little bit for the real all-time high. And right now we're at 11. You're welcome, SW. I'm glad that helped. Talk to my wife. Yeah, we're definitely going deep sea fishing. Good. I love doing some deep sea fishing. All right, let's go. Let's talk about pTGC. Yeah, and crypto 7, by the way, we're going back to our previous all-time high. We're already on our way. We're already on our way. Let's boogie over to the chart since we're talking about that. We'll come back to go pTGC. Let's look at the daily. What do we got? Bitcoin is at 65.5. pTGC is about to lose a zero. It probably already has a couple of times, right? I don't know. Let's see. In the last, let's get on USD. Oh, I'm on market cap. And let's see. On the 4 hour, let's look at the 4 hour. Did we actually? We did not. Whoa. We almost dropped to zero. Oh, we almost did it, guys. People had sell orders in place. Why? Why are you selling pTGC at the bottom? That's right, SW. About 0.0013. All right, so in the last 4 hours, we pulled back 3 of those last 4 hour candles. Let's see. But in WPLS terms, look at that, baby. Woo! Yeah, man. Look at that. We're up. It's like from here, we launched this referral system. I want to say, I should know it from memory. It was a Saturday, but it was right about here. We're up 60% since we launched the referral system. We're up about 60%. And that's against PulseChain. And in USD, what are we up? It was like, I want to say it was more like right about here. And in USD, we're up, 22%. So, guys, this little token performs so well against the blockchain. Like I said, the whole time the PulseChain has been around, has been going down. pTGC been going up. When PulseChain reverses, what do you think is going to happen? If and when PulseChain reverses, pTGC has been walking up a down escalator. Yeah, the escalator been going down. pTGC has been trying to walk up. What happens when the escalator reverses? Yeah, we're going into the stratosphere, guys. So I hope you got your bags packed, and I hope you have put in a carry-on. Let's talk about what you can do on the DApp. Here you go. Click on the pTGC button right here. That brings you to the pTGC section. And that's right, 2Gs. I could put any name for a referral link. Yes, any name for the referral link. Once it's used, it can never be used again. And it's always going to be connected to that wallet as long as no one else. Yeah, thanks, 2Gs. pTGC did over 6,000x from launch to all-time high in the bear market. It's going to do even more this bull. Yeah, man. I mean, it's kind of stands to reason that it will. Let's get into that in the moon math section. So we're going to go to the staking. And if you guys want to see videos on statistics and how to do your onboarding and all that stuff, you get referral links. Those videos are in playlists on my channel. I'm not going to make time for them today. But you earn your holding rewards just for holding. And if you want to see your tokens come in, just write down how many you have and come back in a few minutes and you will see the tokens. You don't need to trigger anything. They just show up in a super spooky alien tech sort of fashion. I don't know how it works. If you want to come on Spaces and ask, I would be interested to hear it explained once again. It's stinking weird. It's cool. I don't know if there's any other ecosystem where the reflections just come in like that. It's cool. Yeah, we got it going on over here, guys. So let's say you want to stake. Well, you got to connect your wallet and you got to have pTGC in that wallet. And this one already has Ooh, I've earned 325 pTGC. I look at pTGC as a buck, guys. Just saying. In my mind, it's $1. So that's $325.11. And this, I've already staked 50,000 pTGC. I have 20. I'm going to try to slow down. I have 28,000 liquid. So some of that has been added to by reflections, because the reflections go straight into your wallet. And then I have 50,000 staked, and then 20,000 locked. This is a small wallet. This is an experimental one, not my main experiment, but when we were testing the website, I set this one up. So I've earned 0.05 pTGC from locking in the last, I don't know, month, I guess. Claimable pTGC earned from staking, 40. Okay, so just so you know, like I said, the reflections go straight into your wallet. You don't need to trigger anything, but the staking rewards and the locking rewards do need to be triggered. They sit in the contract until you claim them. And once you claim them, pay the gas, they go straight to your wallet. And you're not paying 5% to transfer. It's waived. When, like, if you got 40 in there, you're going to get all 40 in your wallet. Same with the locking. All right. So let's go back and we'll show you how to do that. You can stake more by selecting stake, like all the reflections, and you can select a certain amount. And then the reflections will be like, let's see, where's the reflections? Earn from locking, staking. So that 165, that would be included in this 28,000 in the reflections. So you can stake it, then you can lock it. You got to stake your pTGC in order to lock it. And staking, by the way, and we should back up a little bit before we scroll down further. Staking is very non-committal in pTGC. You can stake for however long that you want. You can stake for a day, stake for a year, and you don't have to put any time limits on it. You don't have to say when I'm going to end my stake. How long is the stake? You don't do that. You simply stake it. And then you can unstake it anytime. And the whole time you're staked, you're going to be earning rewards, staking rewards. So you're earning reflections and you're staking at the same time. But you do need to be aware that if you want to end your stake, you're going to pay 1% of the principal. So if you stake 100,000 tokens and then tomorrow you're like, I'm done staking, then you're going to pay 1,000 tokens that goes to all the other stakers. And locking is a time commitment. And locking is it's a financial commitment too. You got to really understand what you're doing when you're locking tokens, from my perspective, because the penalty, you can unlock early, but the penalty is 30% of your principal. So if you locked 100,000 tokens and then suddenly you're like, I want all those tokens, well, you're only going to get 70,000 of them unless your lock is mature, in which case you're not paying 30% penalty. But the locking rewards also stand to become very lucrative, because remember I said at the beginning, for $100,000 in volume, network volume, let's say you earn $1. You'd earn $1 in, oh man, how do you put this? I've said this so many ways and it sounded genius to me, but then I can't remember how the genius ways that I've said it. Let's say you earn 100 tokens, $100,000 in volume, and you earn 100 tokens. That's a total value of $1. So they're a penny each. Well, let's say somebody unlocks and somebody unlocks 100,000 tokens and you earned 100 tokens, but they're now worth $1. So you'd earn $100, 100 times more than if you'd than you would in the staking scenario. I hope that made sense to you guys. Here's what it comes down to. The contract does not discriminate when it comes to locking rewards, how much value it's sending to you. If somebody locks up a billion tokens at 0.00001 and they suddenly unlock them and they're worth 10 cents each, the contract's going to send you all of your tokens based on how much your share is of the pool. And it's not going to be like, hey, this is sorry, these tokens are worth $1. We can only give you so many tokens. No, it's going to give you all of your tokens, even if they're worth $1. That's where the true value of the pTGC locking comes in, is that those tokens can be worth, we don't know. That's why I'm bullish on locking. MVS crypto, show your stuff, man. Put in your Telegram in here. Good morning, Prairie. Good morning, MVS. Potassium filled day. I hope you're having a potassium filled day. You better drop your link in here. I always forget that I have to jump on you real quick because you just you run through, but you never drop your link. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to PM you tomorrow. If you're not watching me right now, I'm gonna you need to show your stuff. This is the dude that does the PulseChain newsletter. So go follow him on X, MVS Crypto. How much for a whale in UFO? Whoa. Sorry. Let's come back to that. We can find that on one of the sites. But I'm glad you're asking. I love UFO too. I'm right there with you, Crypto Jack. Thanks for that tip, bro. I wish I'd talked to you sooner. Check your DM sometime. I've been trying to reach you. What? Okay, DM me, John May. Mr. John May. I need you to drop me. There we go. Okay, thanks. Thanks, Holland. Appreciate that. Go follow x.com/crypto MVS. Crip MVS. Go follow him on X and then support that newsletter. Read it, heart it, comment, retweet it. Okay, so because I'm going to be burned every day. I refuse to have any regrets 5 to 7 years from now. Yeah, I like the long-term thinking, Holland. Yeah, $4,500 for a whale position right now. That is a. Are you sure? For a whale and UFO? Do me a favor, have a second look at that. If you don't mind, please. Because that sounds more like shark. Whales 1% of the supply. You know this stuff. Just give me a just humorize me, and you have a second look at that. So that's the locking rewards. They're superpower of pTGC. You got the locking in pTGC superpower. All right, so we need to talk more about locking. And then we'll talk about how you can claim these tokens, and then we'll move on to my commercial break. Let's see. You can lock for a minimum 90 days, maximum of 3,650 days, which is 10 years. There you go. A whale is $42,000. Crypto Jack, a whale is $42,000. Thanks for double checking that. No problem, man. So minimum 90 days, maximum 3,650 days. I do not recommend locking up large bags. Why? Because it's a little bit reckless. Why not? You're welcome, man. Why not break it up into smaller bags? You got to be staked first. And then, why lock up 1 billion tokens when you can lock up 10, 100 million? I know those are large numbers, tokens, and do it that way. That way, if perhaps, because life happens, guys, if perhaps you're like, hey man, I just need 70 million tokens. Well, you're going to have to nuke one of your 100 million locks then, versus nuking a 1 billion lock and paying 300 million in penalty, which goes to all the other lockers. That's one of the reasons I love the locking mechanism of pTGC, is because I'm betting on them. It's really not misbehavior. I'm betting on other people early, ending their locks early and rewarding me. If you lock one day into the next higher tier, you're going to earn from that tier. Like if you locked 91 days instead of just 90 days, I don't think it works that way. Like a 90-day lock earns 55%, a 1-year lock earns 60%. But if you lock one day, I wonder if it did work that way. I'm going to have to find that out. If you lock 91 days, do you earn an extra 5%? Just hold on a second, guys. Just hold on a second. I have never even thought of this. If I lock, I'm asking in the Telegram, 91 days, I earn 60%. I would think so. Oh, that's a bummer. Because guess what I did? I made some 90-day locks. And I probably should have made them 91 days. But I'm not sure. Anyhow, that's a hack, guys. If you don't want to lock your tokens for 10 years, lock them up for 9 years and a week. Make it a week just to be safe. I hope I didn't mess up. I'm big on locking like 88. No, more than that. Like 90% of my pTGC is locked up. And I made a lock and ladder. You can do that. You can make a ladder. What's a ladder? Every year for 9 years, all the way out. Okay, that's a locking ladder. You can also do, what's another thing you can do with locking? You could do the ladder. Oh, and you can do percentages. Like what I did is I did 88% of my pTGC is in 10-year locks. Yeah, I went big. I went bigly. And then 8% is in a locking ladder. And yeah, those, not very large bags. And then 4% was in a 90-day lock, which I'm just learning should have been 91 days. And I could have earned an additional 5%, but I haven't confirmed that yet. But I hope I didn't mess up. But I think it probably would need to be. I'm going to find out. It's a good question. And I should have put it in the book. So let's get back to the D app and we'll wrap this up. Go ptgc.com. Here's where you can claim your rewards, claim your stake rewards. Bam. Click on there. They go straight to, you pay your gas fee. They go straight to your wallet. Claim your locker rewards. That's these right here. This 0.02 in rewards. But you can claim these individually or claim them all at once right here on the dApp. And like I said, those rewards are sitting in the contract. When you claim them, they go to your wallet and start earning reflections. And let's see. And your claimed stake rewards and locking rewards can also then in turn be staked. And then you can lock them too. Now, if you want to unlock before the lock is mature, you would click here and it has a big fat warning. Sure, you want to unlock your pTGC? No, don't do that. Okay, I think that's it. That's it for the functionality. Are there any questions? Let me know if you got any questions. And now we're going to take a commercial break. If you guys got to use the bathroom real quick. Then we're going to talk about what these things can do. All right, commercial break. Go buy the book. It's on my website, theprairiebanana.com. Put that down here. It's my website here. Where is, bear with me, guys. Theprairiebanana.com. Go there, get the book. It's this is the hardcover, $99. $99. And it is full of images, pictures. It's a picture. I like it's a picture book. It has lots of pictures and graphs like at the back. And it's a thorough explanation of the Grays ecosystem. And at the back are a lot of charts that shows our history. I didn't show many of the charts. We got, several pages of charts and graphs and stuff. If you like to geek out on that kind of stuff. And then the text that, like, there's a picture on every page, full color. And I go into like very, very granular detail about the Grays currencies ecosystem, except locking 91 days. I missed that one. But if you want the book, it's on my website. If you want to get it for free, buy $3,000 of pTGC. People have been buying $3,000 worth of pTGC lately, but they haven't been doing it with my referral code. But if you do, you earn the book. I will ship it to you anywhere for free. Here's my referral. If you want to just click on that with your phone, it'll bring you straight to my website. I'm sorry. That QR code will bring you straight to goptgc.com with my referral link. Buy your pTGC, and then just let me know, and I'll ship you the book anywhere in the world for free. But the main point of this is, I'm just going to be like honest engine here. Just buy you some pTGC. I mean, I don't even care. Just go buy you some pTGC. Make sure you have exposure to this. If you're on PulseChain, and if you're not on PulseChain, make sure you get some of this stuff, because you don't want to be left behind. Imagine being in SHIB, and I had some friends that were in SHIB, or heard about it and didn't take action. Don't be that person. Don't be that person. What else? If you're brand new to crypto and you're like, man, Perry, you're talking over my head with a lot of this language, come into my Telegram and ask myself and the other guys that are in there any questions that you have. And I'll give you a link. Here's a link to my Telegram. Just a second. The Prairie Bananas Telegram right there. And these links are in the description of this video. So jump into my Telegram. You can ask any questions. And I do this stream once a week. And if you guys, and by the way, I didn't say this last time, but if you were referred to this stream by somebody that told you about pTGC, do not use my referral link. Use theirs. Okay? Do not use mine. But if you don't have a referral link, use mine. If you want to go make your own, go to goptgc.com, click on the onboarding tab, make your own, and then start telling other people about pTGC, and you can earn 2% of whatever people spend on pTGC. Like if you tell somebody about pTGC and they spend $1,000, you just earned $20 in pTGC. 20 to 20%, 2% basically of whatever they spent, of whatever they bought of pTGC, that you will earn at the end of the month. It'll come straight to your wallet that you set up for the referral system. Okay, and there's a video on my YouTube of how to set up your referral link. It's very simple. What else? If you want one of these devices, one of these legacy Richard Hart devices, that here they are. Here's one. These guys, the Etch-a-Sketch. If you want one of these, I have a stack of them, $1,000 of pTGC, and I'll ship it to you anywhere in the world. Okay, and these are fun. You can write with them. My wife and I make love notes to each other on the refrigerator. She makes more love notes than I do, so I need to catch up. But you can get those for free if you buy $1,000 of pTGC with my referral link. Thank you, John. Join the Gold Circle Space Force. Go to Secreto Bank, type it in, .com, and join the Gold Circle Space Force. I hope to have that on my website, so you guys can just go to theprairiebanana.com and join the Gold Circle Space Force. But like, if you look at my logo, it has a very attractive gold ring around it. And it says the Grays at the top, pTGC and UFO. And then when we show up on a Spaces call, a YouTube channel, or Telegram, then it's clear what we're representing, and then it really speaks to whoever is hosting or viewing those comments or whatever it is that we show up, right? It makes an impact. It does work. There is the founder does a Telegram twice a week. Like I said, he's Telegram voice chats twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays, Spaces Mondays and Saturdays. And then I'll be doing another marketing meeting this coming Friday about how to market our referral links. That will be on. I might just do a live stream. I'm not sure. I did a Zoom last time and many people showed up. I think I'm probably just going to do a live stream and just show you guys how to market these referral links. I'll show you guys how to make the QR code, how to make your referral link, and how to, advertise your stuff on social media and such, so we can get the word out about pTGC and the Grace. I'm sure there was more. But let's get my referral link in there again. I think it's this one. Yeah, man. There we go. Tiny URL. Click on that, boys and girls. Ladies and gentlemen. Sorry. Ladies and gentlemen. All right, now let's go see. Who wants to see? Put a 1 in the chat if you want to see what these little tokens can do. You want to see what these little tokens can do? We're going to totally go to UFO-ptgc.com and we're going to see what these little tokens can do. And I literally have not. Oops. Here's the site, guys. You guys can follow along. These calculators went up on this site right here, and I have not looked in a minute. It's been a minute. I'm going to remove myself for a second. We're just going to we're going to this site right here, ptgc-ufo.com. You ready for this? I don't know that I'm ready for this because I haven't even used this thing yet. Hey, we're up almost 2%. And Shaka, if you're watching, I am going to record a video on this. It has to be a green day, and I have to be in my office and have the time to do it. Okay, now this is a metric site that is like to die for. Okay, our volume is $27,000 in the last 24 hours. Not bad. Not bad. Yesterday it was like 125,000. We had some big buys coming in yesterday. Guys, there's all kind of metrics you can geek out on this site with. Look, we've added 14 new holders in the last 24 hours. Guys, we got 11.34 billion pTGC and LP right now. All right, let's go to the calculators. And by the way, oh man, you can, I'm getting ahead. You can do so much. I'm going to record a video. Let me get this media asset off of here. Let me get me back on here so you can see my ugly mug. All right, let's do the calculators. What? I got to refresh. Hold on. You guys got to watch me for another second. I think I got to do a hard refresh to get the calculators to pull up. Hold on a second. And I don't know how to do a hard refresh. There it is. Did it. Whew. We need to tip Shaka, man. Because he's really, I thought I removed this. He really went out of his way to build this. All right. Let's do the X multiplier. I've never seen this before. WPLS, paired token, WPLS, target price, SAC price, X factor. Ooh, I like it. You can just put in 10X. Let's say you've got 10 million. Or you can load your portfolio by clicking here, and then you can load your portfolio that way. And where's the enter button? The results. Oh, pTGC at WPLS target would be 0.001. Wow. So if Pulse goes to SAC price and PTDC does a modest 10x against Pulse, we should be back to our previous all-time high range. Oh, wait a second. What's this say? There are two things here. PTDC at WPLS target. If Pulse reaches, ratio holds. WPLS target met plus PTDC. Oh, wow. And ratio holds. Okay. But if we include the 10x factor, that puts PTDC at 1 penny. Okay. Well, PulseChain has been to sacrifice price. Are you guys seeing what's happening here? Yeah, John. Yeah. We're at the bottom of PulseChain, guys. I don't know if I can emphasize this any more strongly, any stronger. We're at the bottom of PulseChain. Like we were at the bottom of PulseChain last year, and now we're at the extra bottom. You know, Sunraku, I mean, I'm right there with you. 1 penny, let's go. What? I mean, just doing a 10x against PulseChain is not unachievable. So, dude, we could be at a penny. PulseChain is like a 10x from its sacrifice price. We could be at a penny by the time PulseChain gets to its sac price. Where would that would put us at 10 cents if it's 10x. Put us at $1 if it's 100x. Okay, so let's back up and let's talk about the X factor. We will get all the X's that PulseChain gets. Okay. Period. PulseChain get 100x, PTDC gets 100x. It's just math. But these crypto assets, especially PTGC and UFO, can do their own X's against the chain. And that's why we're putting a 10 in here, because we modestly guess that PTDC can pull a 10x against PulseChain. Well, if PTDC does a 10x and PulseChain does a 10x, that's a 100x. Or if Pulse does a 100x and PTDC does a 10x, that's a 1000x. And these guys, I don't want you to please bear in mind that we are in crypto. Understand that these are highly volatile assets, and also consider that we're just coming out of a brutal, long, elongated bear market period. And we've forgotten how volatile to the upside crypto can be. So don't tune me out when I'm talking hundreds and thousands of X's. But ladies and gentlemen, it's crystal clear to me that if we have any kind of upward movement on PulseChain, you're going to want to have PTGC. You're going to want to hold PTGC. Sure, there are other assets on the chain that are going to they're going to have their gains. But many of us, myself, John May, so and so, and this lady over here, we've been around the block, and many of us come right back to pTGC, Pulse, the greatest currencies. I'm telling you, been around here for a couple years now, and it's many times I just come right. Many times, like every single stinking time, I've come right back to pTGC. And the X's are crazy. I mean, really, face melting 1,000x. Yeah, 10,000x. Yeah, 10,000x. Perhaps. So, and a 10,000x is like you're taking $1, turning it into $10. $100 becomes $1 million. 10,000x. I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm just saying we're all here to speculate, right? That could happen. It could happen. Let's go have another look. Yeah, I feel the same way, Holland, man. PTGC, UFO, and Pulse is all I need. And now we need Pulse to perform. John May thinks PulseChain could do 500x easy. I agree. So what would that look like? That would be let's see, 11.9x from current WPLX. Wonder if you can do X's. No, you can't do X's. You just got to figure them out on your own. What would that be? Let's do 500 times SAC price, which would be 5 cents, 0.05. If Pulse went to 0.05 cents, and let's tune this down a little bit. pTGC just does a 5 factor against Pulse, and you have 10 million pTGC right now. Current value $972. Your pTGC would be $2.88. I'm having a cow over here, guys. Your bag would be worth $28 million, $29 million. Imagine taking a bag. How many X's is that? I guess it's a 30,000X. That's, I like the calc. I like it. That was just the X multiplier. All right. I need to spend some time in these calculators, obviously. Here's the price, market cap, liquidity, moon math. I like the little moon thing there. Your bag, 10 million. $1,000. You got $1,000. Oh man, I got to spend some time on this. I really do. I really do. I'm sorry, guys. I am pulling blanks here. New capital. Let's go to this new capitalist simulator. This is the moon math, and this is rewards. This one right here, guys, you can go in. This is all free. This is free. We had to pay for this stuff long ago. You can put in the holding amount, staking amount, and volume, and then break it down by monthly and different time frames, which is amazing. So amazing, guys. And now the new capital simulator. Let's talk about. Wait a second. I thought this was it. Okay, let's do this. Watch this. I wanted to do this today. We're going to go to pampy.app because trying to learn something while you're streaming is possible, but it's not very super effective. All right, I'm going to show you guys. Go to pampy.app and you can simulate sacrifice funds. People sacrifice for PulseChain and PulseX. And you can simulate those sacrifice funds perhaps coming over into PulseChain, because some say that the OA will bring those sacrifice funds in. Some say that he won't. I'm on both sides. I'm not going to tell the guy what to do. It's his stuff. It was a sacrifice. I mean, I get it. I'm a capitalist too. But if he were to, I wouldn't mind. And here's how it could look. Even split, $82 million to each of these assets. And we have pairings with Hex, Pulse, PulseX, and Inc., right? And so you calculate, and this is with ETH at $1,929. That would put PulseChain at 0.192. 0.192. And then we just saw what that would do. 0.192. Hey, that was my my company number in boot camp. If you had 10 million pTGC, you did a 5x, that'd be $11. $11 pTGC. All right, guys, I better stop. There's some people that are going to tune me out, and that's fine. I honestly, I hope we're going to those kind of numbers. It'll happen only. Yeah. It's hard for me to, let's put it this way. I'm not going to say that those kind of numbers are going to happen. I'm right there with you only. However, I'm a little more public here. What I will say is that something very exciting is going to happen, in my opinion, for everybody that has bought and is buying right now at these levels. If you throw in anything you got laying around in your bank account, couch cushion, stuck in your wallet, if you're selling stuff on eBay and stuff, salute to you, man. If you're putting capital into this Grays ecosystem right now at these price levels, I do believe that there's going to be an exciting time. You're going to have an exciting time over on PulseChain. If we come anywhere near those numbers, anywhere near, I mean, at a penny, everybody's going to be hooping and hollering. At 10 cents, going to be 10x the hooping and hollering. Yes, there's going to be sell pressure, but there are a lot of guys, and more are coming, that are going to understand that these are cash flowing machines. And let's touch on that. Okay. You got your bag. Let's say you got 110 million. This is how I'm looking at my bags. I got 110 million tokens. 10 million of that, okay, not even 10%, is for life-changing gains at the top of the cycle. I'm going to go change my life. The other 100 million is off limits. That's my golden goose. That's prairie banana. Okay. And a lot of guys in this ecosystem are the same way. They're not going to let go of their tokens because they pay passively, and we don't know what the volume is going to be. We don't know what the volatility is going to be. There's so many unknowns going into this cycle that there's a lot of people that are not willing to risk letting go of their pTGC or the UFO tokens just to speculate on other things and maybe lose their positions, because these are the gold, being the golden goose of crypto. You don't want to sacrifice the golden goose, because if you do, no more golden eggs. No more golden eggs. That'd be so sad. So just be careful. I know, $11. Yeah. You crack me up, John May. All right, guys. I'm going to call it a day. We did a little bit of overtime here, and I appreciate everybody that came in here. If Shiba Inu and Pepe can do it, pTGC and UFO will do it better, and I'll put money on it. Hey, guys. You heard it. He said he put money on it. I got a bet. Me and so-and-so, he hasn't been in here in a while. Maybe you're watching, but my wife's like, no more bets, because I bet $1 million pTGC that we're going past 50 cents, and he's going to pay me $1 million pTGC if we top the cycle under 50 cents. So yeah, that's where my mind is. We're going past 50 cents this cycle. Yeah. All right, guys. I got work to do. When you own your own business and you go out of town, you come back home, you got work to do. So I'm going to go face it. Hope you guys have a great day. Great week. See you on Spaces tomorrow. Jump into my Telegram. There's a bunch of links in the description of this video. Jump into my Telegram. Every one of you guys is invited in there. And I've got another Telegram too, if you guys want it for marketing. And I'll be pitching that marketing meeting that we'll do on Friday. I'll pitch it around different places. You guys jump in. We'll talk about how to market these referral links. Kudos to everybody that's, trying to tell everybody about pTGC with their referral link. You have 50 cents easily. Agreed. And yeah, we got a whole month ahead of us, the whole month of March. Let's go on board and let's get to, hey, maybe we can hit 20 to 1 this month. See y'all, guys. Bye-bye.